and pray this is finding you well. I trust that your morning has begun well and that God is blessing you. So this morning, as we look into the scriptures really quick from the book of Genesis, I'll remind you this week we're not going through a series of devotions, just each one stands alone. But this morning, from Genesis chapter 12, this is when God calls Abraham. And in verse 1, it says, "Now the Lord had said unto Abraham, Get thee out of thy country and away from thy kindred, and from thy father's house into a land that I will show thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing." Now that's very interesting that God would use these words, because at the end of chapter 11, we found that his wife was barren, that she was not able to have children, and they had no children. And yet God told him, he said, "Abraham," he said, I'm going to make you a father of many nations, and I'm going to make you a great blessing. Now, this is very interesting today to see the promises of God in what seems to be an impossible situation. But as I gave you a title this morning, it's time to travel. Now, not only is that our favorite travel agency, but I gave a shout out. There you go, if you're watching. But for many of us in our lives today, we think it's an impossibility for God to use us because of our situations. Now, what would it have been if Abraham would have looked at God in prayer and said, "I can't do this. I can't. My wife can't bear children, and I can't do this." But rather, Abraham trusted God, and we understand how things went. God told Abraham, "I'm going to take you on a journey, and wherever the sole of your foot shall tread, that land's going to be for your people." And so we understand how all that worked out. But I need you to understand this morning is that maybe it's time for you to travel. Maybe it's not a geographical distance. Maybe it's just that you need to get going for the Lord. Stop giving him excuses. You say, "Well, I can't do this." And he could have very well said, "Well, I can't be a father of many nations. I can't be a father of many. You can't multiply my seed because I can't have one child." Well, that's what many of us are sitting on the couch doing today, saying, "God, I can't." Moses said, "I can't speak well." David was short. He was not a big leader. We can go on and on and on and on. The disciples, most of them were very uneducated, just fishermen and things of that nature, and carpenters. So listen to me. You got to stop giving the excuses today and start trusting God to what he's calling you to do, and trust him with the outcome. Well, it's time to travel. Let's get moving. Days are short. God is good. I hope that you think on these things as you go your way today. I hope that you have a blessed Wednesday. If you don't have anywhere to go on this rainy Wednesday night, we'd sure like